The next topic we're going to discuss on Boxing Bros is will Deontay Wilder surpass Floyd Mayweather's 50-0 record? Deontay Wilder said recently he has 6 years left in the sport and he hopes to end with a 52-0 record with 51 knockouts. So my question is, will Deontay Wilder surpass Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s record? And we'll start this one off with a real boxing historian, Ned the cameraman.
Man, listen here. Deontay Wilder, you need to take your medication. Right?
Thank you.
You really sound real delusional out here in these streets. So you be saying every week is something new. It's like, yo, if I retire now, I'll be a Hall of Famer. Now you talking about you about to surpass Floyd Mayweather. Come on now, yo. You're not in our ranks. You're not in our circle. You need TBE, yo. He the best boxer ever. Best cameraman right here. Wilder, calm, cool your jets, all right? You sounding like your fans, you know. I see
Yes.
they get a little wild with their thoughts, and it's crazy. But Wilder, hell no, you won't pass. Floyd Mayweather 50 and 51? 50-0 record. You won't even come close. And it's over next weekend, all right? It's done. We're going to put this to rest next weekend, all right? Thank you.
What are you talking
Shout out to
What
Ortiz.
he's going to be.
What I'm saying about his record is still not to Floyd's, but
You're right.
No, it wasn't him who said it was G. He said it's close.
No, I'm saying.
All right, G, will he surpass Floyd Mayweather's record? Go ahead.
It's possible. Nah. Walk with me. All right.
Nah.
Because again,
He keeps fighting cupcakes.
yeah,
I ain't walking
that's why I said it's possible.
I
Because
ain't walking nowhere.
when you think about it, really think about the heavyweight division right now. There's like probably maybe like 4 guys that you could be like, all right, they really have the chance of actually beating Wilder. Other than that, everyone else is pretty much food in the heavyweight division for Wilder. So it's like, yeah, it is possible. It's how they arrange his fights. So it's like, yeah, that could actually happen. What are y'all talking about? It's just who's handling Wilder's career. And they go, all right, if we really want to make this happen, we can make it happen. We all know that. Like, yo, stop it. Come on, man. Now we're talking about Wilder taking the toughest fights, then I don't know, but if he could defeat, let's say, an AJ, a Ruiz, or Ortiz, a Fury, then yeah, because like who else is there? Like, let's just be real. So like, yeah, of course, man. Like, I don't know, man. I'm not saying this as a Wilder or a Wilder fan. I'm just being real by looking at the actual like heavyweight division. There's not that many threats out there that's like, oh snap, yo, Wilder, you were in a tough spot. This ain't the welterweight division. This is, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's the heavyweight division. So Wilder has a solid chance of actually making that.
no, how? I'm next, right?
Yeah, you are.
If you're saying that he doesn't have the people in the division to let him pass a certain Mayweather, how is he gonna pass a Mayweather if he doesn't have the people in it? You said the heavyweight division.
Just all you have to do is fight food. What are y'all talking about?
Now let's say that. I'm gonna just say this right now. The reason why it never compares.
No. The question wasn't comparing his resume. It was literally
I
can
thought
he
you said
surpass
that.
the 50.
No, he can't surpass the
Yo,
50.
that's your criteria. You can make that your
The reason why
criteria.
you can't surpass the 50, the reason why you can't do it, I'm gonna tell you why.
Go ahead, bro.
No
Tell him
draws,
why you mad, bro.
no draws, no losses. I'm out.
It's over.
Don't ever in
he
your
can't
life.
surpass it.
Yo, hold on. We said the record and we was talking about 50s. Okay? I don't ever want y'all to compare Deontay Wilder to a Floyd Mayweather ever again. Don't ever do it ever again. It's disrespectful. Especially when I tell y'all about this era of boxing when these guys is fighting over pennies and they ain't never fought somebody that's worth $100 million. These guys is never. I don't care who Deontay Wilder fights. I don't care if he fights an AJ or Ruiz or Tyson Fury. I don't care who he fights. He's never gonna do those pay-per-view Floyd numbers. He's never gonna live up to
ever,
like Ned
ever,
said.
ever.
Like Ned said.
You know,
Like
I
Ned said.
never said that.
Like Ned said, he is on something. I don't care what you were saying. What you were saying, I was shocked that you even said that. Yeah, depending on who he fights, if he can get him go. No, never. No matter who he fights. No matter who he fights. No matter who he fights. No matter who Deontay fights from here now on. He will never be able to do the numbers of a Floyd Mayweather. He will never be able to surpass a Floyd Mayweather. You know how I feel about Floyd. And I gave you
What
your
numbers
props.
are we talking about?
I'm talking about just numbers in general. Pay-per-view. Pay-per-view numbers.
Man, are we
Pay-per-view
The
numbers.
question is, will he get to 52 and
That's
0?
what I'm
No,
saying.
that wasn't. He said when he surpassed Floyd Mayweather. That was the question.
Floyd Mayweather's record of 50 and 0.
No, but he already the reason why
Okay,
because it's
okay,
already
the reason
moderator. No, the
just
reason
read the
why
question
the
again.
reason why I said and I answered it when I first answered it.
He did.
Pay attention.
He did answer it.
No losses.
But now you're on a
No
wild tangent,
draws.
dog. Nobody-
That's what all y'all do, though.
That's fine. That's fine.
No
what all
draws.
y'all
No, and that's what y'all did. And I just wanted to explain so we can't be no less discussion. So we can't
He
throw no
said,
fake.
just for clarification purposes, he answered the question.
First.
He said he will never be able to surpass Floyd
Because
because
there's a draw.
Floyd has a perfect record,
Yeah.
an
First.
unblemished record,
Yes.
and Wilder has a blemish. And then he just went in on Wilder, which is his time. Go ahead, bro.
All right, so let me break it down. Let me say it to y'all slow so y'all didn't catch the first time.
See, when the moderator agrees,
No.
he just lets you rock. He's like, I'm about to get him. I'm about to get him.
Because
Nah,
it's
bro,
common
I give
sense.
all y'all that time, bro.
It's common sense.
No, I think you're right about the draw. I agree with you.
No,
because
no.
technically it's
Listen.
0 losses, 0 draws. We forget about that third column. Usually there's not a lot of draws, but in this case there is one, so he can't get it. So,
It's 0 losses, 0 draws.
agreed.
TBE, the best ever. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're talking about. And we're not. That's why he would never pass. And then I went further to talk about pay-per-view numbers and competition
Per fight.
You know what I'm saying?
Pay-per-view numbers
And-
per fight.
and money.
It's not just having a record that is equivalent to Floyd, but what did you do with those fights? Who cared about those fights? What type of fanfare did you generate with those fights?
Not even pay-per-view fights. You ain't even hitting his fights when he was fighting on Showtime. You ain't even do Floyd when he was fighting on HBO. You ain't do Floyd numbers. Let's not go. I know you guys love what's his name. You know what I'm saying? I know y'all love
I don't
him.
really know his name
But
either.
do not disrespect
Ortiz's opponent.
Floyd. Do not disrespect Floyd Mayweather Jr. and mixing them two together. Do not do that. I think that's total disrespect. You know what I'm saying? Put him out there with somebody else, but do not mention him in the same breath as a Floyd Mayweather, because the next thing you know, you're gonna start taking away from him. You know what I'm saying? Don't do that.
And
Don't
that's
do
true. I'll have G.
that. Now, G just went.
I already went.
Like, they go, oh.
But again,
Said that bullshit.
You seem like you want to say something.
I'm just saying I wasn't arguing that point at all.
No,
I
you was
really
arguing
just
that you didn't
the
hear
50.
me.
I was just talking about the 50.
I know.
Now, clearly, if we're gonna factor in the draw, then obviously, then we shouldn't have even did this segment
Exactly.
because
He said it though. Wilder said it.
No, but what I'm saying is like. Then clearly he'll never make the Floyd resume is because he has a draw on his record. You see what I'm saying?
Well,
So
someone
it's
should tell him
but I agree. But all I'm saying is, if we're just talking about the 50 and 0,
Tell him now.
I was just making an argument for the 50 and 0. I wasn't talking about pay-per-views. I wasn't talking about the caliber of
he ain't on the
opposition.
level of
I wasn't
Floyd.
comparing them to Floyd.
I was
in that
agreeing.
regard.
I was agreeing
That's all I
with
was
Ned.
saying.
I was agreeing with Ned. Ned said it right. He got to stay off that Shinola.
I'll go and then I'll let you close. Truthfully, I just say no for all the reasons that Trill stated. Like, Deontay Wilder isn't even viewed as like an attraction in the United States of America. I'm fairly confident I can walk up the street and ask 20 people, do you know who Deontay Wilder is? And like only 5 would. And so, let's put it to the test. You want to put money on it? You want to put money on it? Right now, let's
That
go.
150.
Let's go. Put that 150 on it, big dog. Since you so confident, let's go up the street and ask 20 people if they know who Deontay Wilder is. Yeah, exactly, big dog.
People jogging in the morning and walking their dog. They ain't going now. They ain't watching that. Are we going to Malcolm X Boulevard? They gonna know. Martin Luther King. Yeah.
So you're living in your debate now.
I pick the street. Let me pick the street, and we can talk.
Let him pick the street. I'll pick the back. Now I want to know if those people were playing it. Now we'll go back to this though. If I go up the street and I ask 20 people if they know Floyd Mayweather,
No matter which
that's
street.
all. That any street, meaning no introduction anywhere in the civilized world. Go ahead, bro.
Okay. So first off, I just want to bring it back. The whole like 50-0 record is something that was very special in boxing because Rocky Marciano in the 50s, early 60s was the only fighter to be a champion and retire undefeated with that many wins. Since then, there's been people who've actually passed that, but they ended up losing. Like Julio Cesar Chavez got up to something like 80-0 before getting his first loss. But still, the record was, can you get to 50-0 without any losses or draws or anything and be champion, right? It's something very hard to do. Not many people have done it. Guys have retired undefeated, but nobody's actually made it that far. Floyd Mayweather did. Floyd Mayweather is a very special fighter. He's made it to 50-0. I don't know if the Conor McGregor fight was 51 or not, but he's at 50. That was 50, right? So so technically, if anybody wanted to beat Floyd Mayweather's record, he's the new record holder. If you want to say, you would have to get to 51-0 or 52-0 or 51-0 with no losses or nothing. I think Deontay Wilder can make it up to that level. I think the draw, technically, you can say takes him out of the conversation, but I think it's up to your discretion because a draw is not really a win or a loss. It's kind of just a push. And especially if you have a rematch, it's kind of like that will determine what really happened in that fight.
Is it a blemish?
I guess technically, yeah. I'm gonna give you all that. But at the same time, can he reach to 52 wins with 0 losses? Yes, I'll say this reason why. I personally think, of course, that he's the best heavyweight of this era. I think what he has to do is get past who are the top names, and like I said before, it's Anthony Joshua, Tyson Fury, and now Andy Ruiz. If he beats those 3 guys, which I think he can beat each 3 of them, he's already the best of this division. And anybody else he fights is really just whatever. Because even Floyd, at the end of his career, fought a lot of guys who were just like, whatever. They weren't like the
I don't know
best
about
Hall
that.
of Famers.
I don't know about
Towards,
that.
I mean, that's subjective.
Let's go.
It's subjective.
No. Towards the end of Floyd's career, let me just name you his last few fights. Saul Canelo Alvarez, Marcos Maidana, Manny Pacquiao, Andre Berto.
Yeah,
That's what that sounds like.
Before, even after the Canelo fight, it was
I just named it in that. I just named the order, bro.
That's the order.
I just named the order.
But even before the Canelo fight, he fought.
Roberto Guerrero.
Yeah,
Robert
Guerrero, the Ghost. Right.
Miguel Cotto before that. Victor Ortiz before that. Shane Mosley before that.
Shane Mosley, yeah. But that's what I'm saying. But hold on, let me just say that.
You saying those are great fighters?
No, but I said not every fight was like a top.
Name me one Hall of Famer on Deontay Wilder's resume.
Is Tyson Fury going to the Hall of Fame?
0.
Is Tyson Fury?
He didn't beat him, so he's not on his resume.
You said it's on his resume. He fought him.
No, that's not what I mean.
You know what you mean, but that's not what you said.
You see what I mean?
That's not what you said.
Clown stuff Deontay Wilder fans do.
Say what you said. That's what you said. It was on his record.
On his resume means he beat him, not that he drawed with him. Everyone who knows boxing knows this. If I say who's on his resume, no, that's a fact. That is a fact.
Let me finish.
You don't get credit for someone you lost. If I say if he's on his resume, he beat me, but he's on my resume.
He didn't beat him. He had a draw. He didn't beat him. He drew.
Your man's never beat a Hall of Famer.
Hold on, listen.
Your man's never beat a Hall of Famer.
Don't be sure.
Yo, your man's never. Your man's.
It doesn't matter.
Your man's never beat a Hall of
Just say that.
Famer.
It doesn't matter.
Let me finish my point, right?
Yeah, just
first off,
wrong.
Deontay Wilder, I think, is at 41-0 with 1 draw.
Tell me the Hall of Famer he beat. Let's pull that up. Tell me the Hall of
Let me
Famer
finish
he
my
beat.
point. Dog. He's not even done fighting.
Who cares?
It doesn't matter.
Nah, who cares? See, you can't say who cares and then argue he should have more fans.
Gets so
Argue
upset
that
when
he
you cut
should
him
be
off,
selling.
but then he
Argue
just
he
jumps
should be-
into something else. Like, let me finish my point. The point I'm trying to make is, look, he has to beat those guys and then finish his career at 52-0-1, and I think he's made himself into a Hall of Fame fighter. First off, I think he can beat Tyson Fury. He's got a fight set up with him right now. So there's nothing else he can really do. You guys don't want to say Tyson Fury beat him. He's about to fight him again, so we'll really find out what happens. If he knocks out Tyson Fury, fights Anthony Joshua, which I believe he's going to knock out that glass jaw, and then fights Andy Ruiz, so I think Andy Ruiz is a good fighter.
Wow.
I think he's a good fighter. I think Andy Ruiz is a good fighter, but I still would pick Wilder
The man
over
who
him.
was shaken from a
And then,
killer fish Tyson
bro,
Fury.
That he never got a 50-pound heavier Tyson Fury who couldn't drop him. But
He's
anyways,
never been in a ring with a puncher.
but
I got his resume.
finish.
I got his
Let me
resume.
finish.
Tell me the
Let me
puncher he's
finish.
been in the ring
Hold
with.
on. Let me
Tell me
finish.
the puncher that Deontay Wilder's been in the ring with,
Bro,
please.
let me finish.
Please.
Let me finish my point.
Please.
Deontay Wilder,
Please.
I think, is actually. I think people discredit Deontay Wilder really unfairly because his style isn't appeasing to a lot of boxing purists, so they don't like to watch him
Yo,
fight.
here's my thing with you,
Bro.
bro. You say let you know. Here's why. Hold on. I'm gonna explain to you why. And this is because y'all cut Trill off, said he wasn't staying on topic, he wasn't doing all this. Your man's way off topic right now.
I'm trying
So
to
we're just
finish
gonna let him rock. Come on, nah, bro. No.
Just because you gotta come up with
You know what I'm
bullshit when I
saying?
stay fast.
Exactly. That's the bottom line.
All this is
That's the
bullshit.
bottom line.
Will he make it?
I said yes, he will.
That was a
We let this dude go on mad long with his nonsense of not answering the question.
He can't beat Floyd's
That's
record because he
facts.
has a draw. So I
That's all we
conceded
need
that
to
already.
say. Okay.
That's all I conceded.
So now everything you're doing is extra excuses for
I'm
Wilder.
saying that the rest of his
Okay,
record,
cool.
he's
Okay,
gonna
cool.
make to 52-0. He's gonna make to 52-0-1.
Okay.
Yes, he will. He's gonna beat all
Has
those
he
guys.
fought the level of competition that a Floyd has fought?
Nobody in heavyweight division has. There's nobody in this division who's fought that. It's not the same. It's apples and oranges,
Joe
dog.
knew the answer before he.
It's apples and oranges.
That's all I'm saying. I'm talking about the question.
But nobody's debating that.
That was just so it was over. The conversation was over.
Nobody's debating that.
That's all I was saying.
Well, then please like, share,
It's the boxing bros.
That's why they go. You're cutting them off. I'm listening to him make every excuse in the book for Wilder's resume. All we need to know
I'm
is
not making an excuse. I'm not making an excuse.
Come on,
First off,
man.
Wilder wanted to fight all those guys. That's what I said. Wilder attempted it every
Oh
time.
my
in his career
God.
to
Yeah,
fight
I want. Yeah.
But now they don't want to fight
That's
him.
what need the lobbies.
Yo, he want to fight all those guys.
He wants to fight Fury. He wants to fight Joshua. He wants to fight Ruiz.
bro. I'm just gonna tell you this. All those guys have fought each other. The only person missing is your guy.
How? Because they don't want to fight him.
You know how they say there's 6
How do-
degrees?
they don't wanna fight him.
You know how they say there's 6 degrees of separation to Kevin Bacon, right? You ever hear that saying? Like there's 6 degrees of separation. Yo, there's 6 degrees of separation between every top 4 heavyweight except for Deontay Wilder.
Because they're running from him.
No, because he's running from them.
How? No, he's not. I disagree with that.
Listen, it goes down to what you said. Will Deontay Wilder, like he said, he'll surpass Floyd Mayweather's record? I say absolutely not. Ned said absolutely not. Kaden said absolutely not.
G says possible.
G says possible.
But so that's why I need a clarification with the question. Because if y'all are basing how you guys define it, obviously not.
Right. Technically,
Yeah.
if you want to make it
That's
point.
all I'm saying.
But will he make it to 52-0-1? Yes.
Yes, that's what.
That's it.
If he does that, I'll tell you what. Andy Ruiz isn't on that resume.
Stop it, man. Stop it, man. But y'all don't even believe that. That's what's funny to me is y'all don't even believe that. Y'all know Wilder wants to fight these guys.
Okay,
But it's so cool to hate on Wilder for some reason.
I don't know how long this segment's been going.
I gotta check. It doesn't even.
Please.
We're gonna go in on something next.
All right.
But
Please like and subscribe. Let us know what you think. We all know Floyd TVE. Check us out on Instagram,
Wilder's
Twitter.
gonna make it. 52-0.
who's that?
Twitter.
Who's that? Who are ya? Who are ya?
Find us out on Instagram,
You
Twitter,
big
and
Dawsons.
Facebook.
Hold on, Dawsons.
It's the Boxing Bros.